Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science Challenge. I'm the bearer of good news this evening, and the good news is the number 42. Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to that number in a minute. As I said before, uh, this is a cumulative total of cases. U.S. For the U.S. cumulative total cases of COVID-19 cases. Now, what I want you to notice about this cumulative plot is what it does. And that is, it only goes up. It can actually also flatten, thus the expression flattening the curve, but it can never go down. Because what you're doing here is you're adding yesterday's cases onto today's cases, and today's cases onto tomorrow's cases. So the second point about this plot, it's watch for it during the current election campaign. Okay, watch for it during the election campaign. Now, Now back to the number 42. The number 42 represents the number of days between here and here, number of days where the daily numbers were below this peak right there, which I think was like July 25th, maybe. Anyway, from here to here is 42 days. Yes, it goes up and down, some volatility, but that's okay. The bottom line is this: the trend was downward for 42 days, and it doesn't appear to be letting up. What that tells us is, my friends, the sacrifice that we are making, you and me are making, wearing a mask, social distancing, maybe even isolation, is having an effect, a positive effect on the COVID-19 virus. A positive effect from our point of view. If we take a look at a weekly total, we see the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the current week. 7. 7 straight weeks of declining cases. Now, this is the daily deaths, the daily COVID-19 deaths for the U.S. from the first case, which is first death, which was reported on March 3rd, up to September 6th. This is the peak, obviously. This was the second peak. We had this long declining period here, down even to mid-September or mid-July or mid-June. A little bit of a climb back up, and now we've had like 2 weeks of decline also. Now, the thing I want you to point out is these three lines here. There was a story in the USA Today last week from a university, someplace in Washington, I think, and their latest model said 410,000 deaths by January 2021. Now, they didn't say whether that's January 1st, 2021, or January 31st, 2021, but that's okay. I got both numbers for us here. The green number is an average number of cases we have to have by January 1st in order to have a total of 410,000 deaths. That number is 1,873 deaths per day. We have to average 1,873 deaths per day through the end of the year in order to have 410,000 deaths. The black line is the number of deaths, average number of deaths we need per day in order to meet that 410,000 deaths by January 31st. And that number is 1,493. The good news is this red line is our current daily average. And that our current daily average number of deaths is 987. That's almost half of this line up here and 60% of this line here. We haven't even come close on a daily basis to reaching the January 1st number. Yeah, we've had a couple days here, but by and large, we're still staying below that number. And it's like a production number. If we don't get that 1,493 today, we have to make up for it tomorrow. Well, so far, look at all these dates we have that haven't made it. And that's the good news. That's the encouraging news for you to continue to battle, continue to wear the mask, continue to practice social distancing, continue to avoid too much contact with a lot of people. we can beat the House on this, and the House is that Washington model. We can beat that model, and it won't even be close. Thanks so much for taking time off your day. And also, if you find this encouraging, helpful, leave me a little note in the bottom in the comments down there, and just let me know. Also, if you have a report that you want to see for COVID-19, put it in the comments. We're more than happy to take care of that for you. Again, thanks so much for stopping by, and keep your chin up.